A very happy and cheerful morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are fine at home and taking care of your health. So we are back with our social studies class. And you remember in the last class we completed the chapter number 1 of geography. I hope it's clear to all students. Today we are going to start with a new chapter in civics. Now, first chapter in civics, right? But before starting, we should definitely know what is civics and what does the study of civics include, right? So, civics helps you to understand the structure of the government. Civics helps you to understand your rights and duties. It helps you to become a responsible citizen. So civics is basically about us as a citizen, as knowing about our rights and duties. What is the role of a citizen? हमें एक responsible citizen बनना चाहिए, जैसे कि बोला जाता है हमेशा. So what are our duties and also how is the structure of the government? हमारे government का structure कैसा है? So all this is included in civics. So civics is basically the study of the people. Okay? हमारी जो जनता है, हमारे जो लोग हैं, उनके बारे में जो study है, that is civics. So let us start with our chapter number 1 in civics, that is diversity in India. Now, as you know, that India is a country of different religions, caste, festivals, isn't it? Why? Because there are so many religions that you'll find in India. Other than other countries, okay? अगर हम दूसरी countries की बात करें, तो इतनी variety of caste या इतनी variety of festivals नहीं दिखते, जितने हमें इंडिया में दिखते हैं. So, in this chapter, we are going to study about the diversity of India and how, in spite of being diverse in so many ways, we are all united and staying happily and peacefully with each other. So, let's go.
Chapter number 1, Diversity in India. We are similar in some ways and quite different from each other in some other ways. Age, physical abilities, gender differences, beliefs, religions and language make us distinct and unique from each other.
So, that's true, right? We are similar in so many ways, but we are also different from each other. Now, what makes us different? Our age, our physical abilities. Some are very strong physically, some are a bit weak. Gender differences, male, female, beliefs, religions and languages. As you can see, there are different languages and different religions in our country which are there. That is Hinduism, Islam, Christianity, Sikh. So all these are what? These are different religions that are followed by people. Now these kinds of distinct things makes us unique from each other. Okay? ये qualities हमें एक दूसरे से unique बनाता है. This shows the unity in diversity.
Diversity. Diversity is the range of many people or things very different from each other. Differences help us to learn from one another and similarities help to share. India is an example of diverse cultures and traditions. Even though India shows diversity, we Indians are united.
It's so true, isn't it? Even though India shows diversity, we Indians are still united. You can see everyone has different kind of outfits. Some wear turban, some wear hats. So we are different in our culture. We are different in the festivals that we celebrate. Even the languages that we speak, वो सब different है. But still, we believe that we should united stand and help each other. Now, what was diversity? Diversity is the range of many people or things very different from each other. Diversity वो होता है जो हमें एक दूसरे से distinct, हमें एक दूसरे से अलग बनाता है. जैसे आपकी एज डिफरेंट है मुझसे, ओके, योर लैंग्वेज, योर रिलीजन मस्ट बी डिफरेंट फ्रॉम मी, सो दिस मेक्स डाइवर्स. दिस शोज कि हम दोनों एक दूसरे से अलग हैं. ओके.
Both similarities and differences bring an interesting variety into our lives. Diversity is nature's way of grooming us to adjust, learn, and coexist.
Definitely, it's because of the nature that we are diverse. And why has God made us, all of us, different from each other? क्यों diversity रखी? क्यों इतने सारे religions, culture, languages रखे? So that we learn to live together. In spite of being different from each other, we should respect each other. एंड मे बी गॉड का यही मोटिव था कि भले ही इतनी टाइप की डाइवर्सिटी हो, बट स्टिल हमें एक दूसरे के साथ अच्छे से पीसफुली रहना चाहिए. सो डाइवर्सिटी इज नेचर्स वे, दैट इज ये नेचर का वे है हमें साथ में एग्जिस्ट करने के लिए, सो दैट वी लर्न टू एडजस्ट एंड को एग्जिस्ट. वी लिव इन अ सोसाइटी, देयर आर पीपल ऑफ डिफरेंट टाइप्स, different nature also. Okay, some people may get angry very fast, some may be very calm and patient. So we all need to adjust with each other to live peacefully in the society and to coexist. Okay.
Reasons behind diversity. The reason behind the diverse nature of our country is its geography. India has mountains, rivers, thick forests, and oceans. In olden times, the means of transport or communication were almost absent. Traveling from place to place was never easy. People took days or months to travel on horseback or camels and many times on foot. As a result, the people settled in the region and stayed on there for a long period of time.
Now, what is the reason behind the diversity? Now, what is said? The reason is also the geography. Now, we also know that in India, there are some places where it has deserts, some has rivers and oceans, some places the weather is extremely cold, and some places the weather is hot, right? And what happens? Traveling in ancient time was extremely difficult, children. Why? Because there was no aeroplanes or there was no cars that we can travel quickly. है ना? अभी तो हम easily जहाँ पे भी travel करना चाहें we can go. But at that time there was no such kind of facilities. People took days or months to travel. Now imagine they are going barefoot or they are going through bullock carts. Now bullock carts or horse carts also बहुत slow चलते हैं. So it took days for them or even months to them to reach their destination. So this is why what happened? The people settled in a region and stayed on there for a long period of time. Okay, लोगों ने क्या किया? बहुत ज़्यादा टाइम तक वो लोग ऐसी जगह सेटल हो गए जहाँ पे उन्हें कन्वीनियंट लगा. They thought why it is unnecessary to travel so long. Now it is very easy. If I want to go from Gandhidham to Ahmedabad, it will take so less time, right? But at that time, it was a big deal for people. How to travel, how to reach there. It takes so many days. So, they decided to settle wherever they are at a long time, for a long time. Okay.
They developed their language, culture, and traditions. This is how every region was rich in its art, literature, and culture. Food habits were developed on the basis of food grown and spices used. For example, people living on the coasts were either fishermen or traders as the sea offered fish and business through waterways. So, fish became their staple diet along with rice, tapioca, coconuts, and bananas.
Now, see children, what is said?
Fish.
What is it said? that because people settle there for a long time, so what happens, अब अलग अलग religions के अलग अलग caste के लोग आके settle हो गए एक place में. For example, if we talk about Gujarat also, okay, it is not necessary that there are only Gujaratis, right? There must be Punjabis are also there. Then there are Muslims also, Christians also. So what happened? They started settling down and उनका जो religion different है, उनकी eating habits भी different है, right? उनका culture भी different है. So they started being here, and this is why we even celebrate Christmas, we even celebrate Eid. Why? Because अलग अलग religions के अलग अलग caste के लोग हमारे साथ यहाँ पे रहते हैं. That is why. And what is said that suppose people settle in the coastal areas. Now naturally coastal areas में क्या होता है? Mainly people prefer the business of fishing. Okay, fishing का business, that is they get the fishes from the sea and they even sell it to other states. Okay, so for example Goa, okay, so there are many people who have this profession of being a fisherman or fisherwoman. So they catch fishes and they sell it. So it depends on the geography. Okay, अब कैसे geography से relate हुआ? Coastal area है, so इसलिए लोगों ने इससे related किया. If we talk about Kutch also, so Kutch में क्या है कि shipping का business बहुत ज़्यादा developed है. Okay, so in this way what happens, it is because of the geography, the business and what people adopt, that depends. Okay, let's move on.
And business through waterways. So, fish became their staple diet along with rice, tapioca, coconuts, and bananas. This gave rise to a diverse culture of people of different states or regions. The history of a place is the story of such generations that settled down in different places and enriched the culture and traditions. Similarly, the climate of a place also gives rise to diversity. Climate influences clothing, food, dances, music, and other aspects of human cultural life.
What is said, the history of a place is the story of generations. Now, for example, if I tell you that during the partition time what happened, there were many people, Hindus or Indians who were living in Pakistan. Okay, but as soon as the partition was declared, they had to quickly come to India. So, there are many of the Pakistanis who came to India, and especially if we talk about Gandhidham. So, what happened? There were many Sindhis who lived in Sindh, that is in Pakistan, okay, that time. So, Sindhis का culture इसीलिए गांधीधाम में ज़्यादा develop हुआ. Sindhi population हमारे गांधीधाम में इसलिए ज़्यादा increase हुई. Why? Because of the partition, many Pakistanis, they came to India and now they are Indians. Okay, because at that time it was not India or Pakistan, it was only India. So people lived wherever they wanted to. But after the partition, they have to live accordingly. Okay, and if we talk about the climate influences clothing, food, dances, music and other aspects of human life. If we talk about Kashmir, so the people over there, they wear sweaters and woolen clothes, right? If we talk about Gujarat, it is not extremely cold, right? इतना ज़्यादा cold नहीं है. So we generally wear cotton clothes. Even if we talk about the food, that is the food habits. Now if we go to south, people's mainly staple food is rice. People prefer eating rice over there. And here, it is different, like some people eat chapati, some people eat rice. So, this is what we see the diversity because of the climate. Okay, climatic conditions के वजह से जो diversity हमें दिखती है. That is of clothing, food, dances and music. Is that clear, children? So, I think we shall stop over here and the remaining topic we will continue in the next class. So let us move on to the small worksheet. This is your worksheet. Worksheet number 1. What is diversity? How this difference helps us? Give reason. The reason behind the diverse nature of our country is its geography. We discussed there are different places, different geography, that is there are mountains, right? Then there is desert areas, cold weather, hot weather, all this you have to discuss in this. What is history? Now history that we studied, that is the definition of history in chapter 1 of history was a bit different as compared to this. How does the climate of a place gives rise to diversity? So I hope the topic is clear to all of you. We'll meet in the next class. Till that, God bless you all. Goodbye. Take care.